I mean, look at you. Don't you see
Yeah,
it?
I know. It's crazy because I didn't even realize I probably never felt like this before in regards to like my gut health. And I graduated almost about like 7 years ago. So working out and then just but always feeling bloated, thinking that's just honestly like a normal feeling because me and my family we have like bladder issues. My grandma's had bladder issues, she had surgery for that. My mom's had issues. I've always been sensitive. So I just always thought it was a feeling that, I just had to experience. And then thinking in regards to like my carbs, thinking that I needed a carb every single meal, the fruit, I didn't eat a lot of fruit because I thought fruit had too much sugar in it. So, just to avoid so much fruit. It's eye-opening, honestly. This is like the missing key to like my fitness journey. And then just feeling overall happy and just feeling good, honestly. Now when I go out, I don't even really care to like drink with my friends and I don't want to feel like I don't even know what the feeling is. Like the next day you feel like I don't want to say like depressed. Like I feel depressed, but like nothing wrong with my life. But it's just that
Hmm.
alcohol makes me feel like it's just weird. Like, and I'm like, I don't. I mean, it's not even worth drinking, so I'm not gonna even do it because it's not the feeling's not even worth it. Like I feel so good that it's just like eating. Like the only time I feel like I do is like I kind of still struggle with the snacking. I mean, I like last week I had an issue. This week has been good. Like I've had a good week, but I know that's just something I just have to work through. But like wanting to go out to eat every weekend is not like in my plan. Like because I feel so good that it's like I don't want to really deter from that. So then I know kind of like when I go out and stuff, I don't want to like really eat, but I should. I know it's life, so I just have to enjoy, but I just feel good that I don't really want to fall off. So
Things you've been doing prior to, number one, it just wasn't the same focus, which you know. But number two, is that consistency. Literally that consistency. And then that allows you to have a lot more energy to kind of push
yeah.
a little bit more. And I love that you said, and especially you're a young person. You young, you supposed to be out here, living life and going to parties, going with your friends, but it doesn't have to be off the rails,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't. You did so well at the wedding. You've done well like at home. Everything is a learning experience. And, the snacking, that's a habit. That's
Yeah.
all it is. And that takes some time to kind of reel that in. And it doesn't mean every day is going to be great. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. So there's going to be a day that it totally goes awry. And that's okay because you acknowledge and you know what it is.
Yeah.
Right. And you'll just keep working on that. But I mean, I have been really happy with number one, how you feel, what you're doing, and how wonderful to hear you say my gut health, my stomach, I don't have the bloating. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's
Not
on
tired.
peak. I was like, wait, I feel like I lost like 10 pounds because my stomach, like, I was like, Mom, I think I'm losing too much weight. But then I didn't even weigh myself. But it's just like the feeling of how heavy I felt with my stomach was insane. Like it was a feeling like the only time I probably would feel like that is certain days when I wake up in the morning. But just to feel like that, like going to sleep was weird, very weird. My stomach always felt like bloated. I'm like, oh, it's just because I just ate dinner or whatever, and I just accepted to what it is. But yeah, no, I feel great. And my strength too, like especially my workouts. I thought I'm thinking, is it my pre-workout because I'm burning so much more like I want to say at least 300, 400 calories more than what I usually used to burn. And I'm like, this is insane because the trainer I used to train, I mean, now I train at EOS, but I still follow his workouts. But I know I was lifting probably a little heavier with him, but I still wouldn't burn. And there was no AC. So I'm like, I should be burning. Like I wasn't burning as what compared to other people, but I it definitely has to do with yeah, my nutrition, 100%. Right now I'm weighing in at 123. So I think when I started I was about 129, but I'm 123. Like I wake up when I'm 123. So
Ooh.
that I
You
think
know,
maybe
the day of, you started at 132.
yeah, at the 132 actually. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh my gosh. I don't, wow. I think
I'm
because
like, oh my God, yes.
it was 132 actually. I was looking at that paper that my body scan, but that was the beginning of the year. I was 128. Yeah, no, I was 132. Yeah, you're right. Wow. So it's about 10 pounds actually.
Look at you.
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
And you know why it's crazy? Because, we're talking, this is just 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're not even officially at 8 weeks. This is like we're actually like 7.5. And here's the deal. I know there's never been a moment that you've been hungry.
Yeah.
You've eaten your meals. We've actually had to try to push, a couple of days to get them, but you've gotten in your rhythm. You know how to kind of maneuver a little bit. with maybe making adjustments. You've traveled, you've done things. And so it's
Yeah.
not like you've just been in a bubble.
Yeah,
You've not
exactly.
been in a
It
bubble.
dealt with life through the
Yes,
program. So,
yes.
well, I'm happy that it did happen with my trip. Yeah, I think probably maybe like 1 or 2 pounds more, I guess, to get to my ideal weight. Mhm.
Right? Because I promise that maintaining weight is not as difficult when you actually just stick to things that make sense for your body. And it doesn't mean that it has to be exactly the same all the time. You do need to have some flexibility. You do need to have moments where you just eat the random stuff. But
Mhm.
when we manage overall snacking, period,
Yeah.
when we manage outings that they aren't off the rails, where our intake is just too high,
Mhm.
you're still going to go out for brunch. You're still going to go out to dinner. You're still going to have a drink. You're still going
Yeah.
to do these things, but it's going to be done with some awareness. That's all it is. It's just done with awareness. And then you be very consistent with your exercise routine. Your strength training never stop.
Yeah.
We never stop. It doesn't matter what happens. We never stop. And then also really managing that sleep because in the beginning, that for me was one of your main issues is that sleep schedule was really not good.
Yeah, no, it was, and it had to do with my job because usually I'm very sleep has always been big for me. Like even in college, like I have to get 6 hours, I mean at least 7 hours of sleep because I will get like my body will start to shut down. But I don't know, the past year, I think I've kind of developed, like in the beginning of the year, like I was sick a lot, but I think it was because of my sleep. So now my body's kind of got used to not needing that 7 hours, I think. But I need, yeah, at least seven. So I've been really striving, and I do notice a huge difference in my mental clarity, like in the morning, when I work out, because I prefer to work out in the evenings. So just having the energy for that as well.
And that's for sure. I will tell you that maybe at some point in your life, you may have to transition one day too early. Right now, look, right now you single and living all for you. Look, all for you. But one day, right? One day, if you so choose and that life changes and
Mhm.
there's more involved, just make sure that the habits that you create now, these are the habits that you will do forever.
Yeah.
And let's say in the event you've got more pets or you get married or you decide to have kids one day, those are all things that interfere, like it feels like they interfere with the routine, but it's just you have to make adjustments, but we never let it go.
Okay. Yeah.
Do not ever let
Yeah.
it go. It's just adjustments. That's it. But the amount that you have, that protein level is very stable for you, literally for the rest of your life.
Okay.
That's a very stable protein amount. The carbs, of course, when you get to where you want, all we're trying to do is stabilize the weight and you just keep working on strength and then body composition. You can raise those, we can raise the carbs back, but the fat amount, the protein amount, those are very stable.
Yeah.
It's just the carbs that will be able to scoot up just based on stabilizing your weight. So you'll never be hungry. You will never ever be in a situation where you're like, I need something else. No, you just raise the carbs. It just gives you a little bit more flex. If you want to go out to dinner a little bit more often, or you want to, go to brunch, whatever. Those will be the things that just kind of raise it up, but you're kind of every day kind of can stay and you'll have flex room in, say, the weekend or Friday night or, Tuesday night hanging with your friends. And so that is where that bump rolls back in. And so it's easy for you to maintain. And then when you don't want that bump, you'll just kind of stay right where you are right now.
Okay.
But I'm super happy.
Yeah, you know, I'm so happy I started. I don't know. I mean, I've seen Jazz and I was like, oh yeah, Jazz is looking good. Like I know. And then I was thinking, maybe the missing piece is my nutrition because my weight never really changed. I was training, like I feel like I was training hard. I mean, I was and I am, but I was like, oh, I'm just getting older. I'm about to turn 28. I'm getting close to my 30s. Maybe my body's just changing. So I'm so happy I did this because I would have never guessed the way I should be eating, what I should be consuming. Yeah. And then just the bloating, like that, I'm still very shocked about the bloating part. That I don't know how long, because I felt so uncomfortable for such a long time, honestly, like for a very long time. I'm very excited I did this and I started this.